So there's a lot of reasons you might want to consider a convertible couch, pull-out sofa. Maybe you just don't have a whole lot of space in your house. Maybe you live in like a studio apartment, and you don't want to have to buy some like $2,000 huge piece of furniture, right? So yeah, you might be wondering, maybe someone makes an inflatable version. Think about it. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? That'd be amazing to have both a couch. Well, okay, it's more of a chair. It's more of a chair, but you get the point. Couch, chair, and a bed. All in one thing that can be deflated and just gone. Like that. So that's what this Jeasong inflatable chair does. Yeah, and you might be thinking to yourself, well, I don't want some crappy tiny little bed. No, this thing actually, this is unbelievable. This thing actually is queen size when it's in the sleeping configuration. And there's a whole bunch of other little cool details here that make it, actually this thing's gonna blow your mind. It blew my mind how useful this thing is, how many different setups you could have with this. Now, of course there's gonna be pros and cons with something that's all in one. So we'll talk about the cons. Yeah, we'll talk about the cons a little bit later. But, well, okay, we can kind of talk about them as we go through. The first con is, yeah, since this thing does fold out to a queen size, when you're in this chair sofa mode, it's almost too big, right? I mean, it's almost too deep. You can see how she's not sitting like just with her legs hanging off. Now, of course, you could just get like some pillows back here, right? To kind of push you forward if you did want to sit on it like a normal chair. But actually, you might want to choose this setup. This is like a daybed setup, isn't it? So, yeah, I mean, hey, I guess as long as you're flexible enough to get down that low, you could do it like this. And then you can obviously stretch out. And again, you could use extra pillows. Now, talking about this, they call this the headrest, This is actually a separate part. And this is what makes it so cool. And obviously what makes it, that's what gives you the ability to actually convert it into a true mattress. So yeah, you can remove that. And they've thought about it. It's not just, some separate piece that you just throw on there. They've actually thought about how this thing should be integrated. There's this pin and hook system. As you can see, basically you go in here and then you slide it back and it locks in place. And in fact, I guess there's two settings too. So there's two of them, one there, depending on, how far back you want that backrest to be. So yeah, this is actually good engineering, isn't it? And it looks like a part of it's actually almost like a little lumbar pillow as well. And this is the part that has the built-in cup holders too. So one on each side. Again, I mean, there's nothing, they didn't miss anything here. But just to jump back to a con here, obviously, there's going to be quite a gap between the two mattresses here. So, hey, I hope you're comfortable with, feeling like your legs are going to sink through down to the floor. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a way you can kind of barricade this thing, to kind of push them together, to keep them together. That would probably solve your problem. But again, you're going to have to get creative. But guess what? There's one other way that you can set this thing up, and it kind of totally eliminates this whole gap problem. And this is something I didn't see coming. Hey, these guys are geniuses, whoever designed this product. So if you actually flip this thing upside down, you can use that inflatable headrest to prop up the back. I mean, this is just like those expensive power tilting beds, right? Sleep Comfort, whatever they're called, they're like $8,000, $9,000, right? Where the back, you can actually like tilt up the back. If you want to watch TV or whatever, guess what? You can do that with this cheap little mattress. All you got to do is flip it upside down. And you might be wondering, like, what's the quality on this thing like, really? Well, they do say it has columnar structure support. I mean, I guess it's better than nothing, but whenever it comes to like these inflatable mattresses, that Intex brand, those are the ones you want to go for if you want really the best experience, because they have the patent on those. They have like a million little cords that run through the mattress. There's like a million of them. I'm not going to draw out a million of them, but they're everywhere. And you know, like a cord, like a rope, it becomes taut when you inflate it. And that's how you get like this stable experience where it doesn't feel like you're just sitting on like a bubble of air. So I don't know how well, this column structure would actually work. Again, it's probably better than nothing. So the question really is, how bad do you need something that's an all-in-one product like this? I mean, it's awesome. The flexibility here is incredible. But yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, it'd probably be better to buy a separate mattress, a separate chair, right? I mean, obviously it would. But yeah, for like $60 to have all these options, I don't know. Maybe this is this is the product you've been looking for. Just one thing, like I said, make sure that this is really what you're looking for, because yeah, they do mention here on Amazon, this is a frequently returned item. But, if you're not expecting the best, maybe you're not expecting the best quality, and you really could use something that can be anything you want it to be. I mean, hey, it's tempting, isn't it? It's tempting. For this price, yeah, I mean, why even bother with real furniture anymore?